The King's Fall challenge modes are finally out. This week's challenge is The Grass is Always Greener. This is the Totems encounter for those of you that don't know. So for those that are going for red borders or maybe for the seal, for the triumphs, and you want to go on Master, this is the week to do it for Totems, as you can see right here. I've already completed it on Master. The footage you're going to be seeing is on Master, and it's a pain in the ass if you're underleveled for sure. But given most people probably do it on normal, I'm just going to stick to the mechanics for normal, but I'll sprinkle in the information that you need for Master as well. Quick shout out for team composition. As far as weapons go, I personally ran fixed odds with incandescent, forbearance, and arbalist. I think the best way to do this encounter, whether it's normal or Master for challenge, you need to go with 2 ranged weapons, just because all the enemies you're going to want to kill at range. You don't want to get into fist fights with anything here, not sword knights, not ogres, nothing. So I recommend having 2 ranged weapons, and then for your third weapon, you could have whatever you want. I personally had forbearance because it's AoE explosions, but you could have, let's say, like a shotgun here for unstoppable stun or something like that. That's me personally. You can always go with a primary here as well, not a big deal, but that's what I went with. And then I went with Solar Titan because, well, bonk everything, you just never die. Instant restoration, instant healing, make solar wells. That helps with fixed odds as well. Just blows up the whole room, etc. Super simple. For Warlocks, definitely go with Starfire Protocol on Solar with Well, Healing Rift, Well, Healing Nade, etc. Same gun loadout or similar. And for Hunters, you can go Invis or also Solar with Calibans. Calibans will constantly proc you Solar Wells, and then you can use Healing Nades for survivability. And that's it for loadouts. So as far as the encounter goes, the only thing that is changed from normal to Master is that you will have an Unstoppable Ogre spawn on the left and right side as well as the middle, rather than on normal where you only have the one spawn in the middle by itself. So everybody needs to have Unstoppable stuns on, whether it's Inferno Whip or a shotgun, something you need to just get the Ogre immediately stunned as soon as he hits out of the ground. Speaking of which, make sure you don't stun them while they're still crawling out of the ground, because the game will just bug out and say you stunned it, but it really didn't, and then the Ogre will beam you, and you'll die, and you'll be like, WTF Bungie, I'm running a twit longer on Twitter. So avoid stunning them too early. Just keep that in mind. Now for the Triumph itself, the requirement is that you always switch sides when you're running brands. So if you're starting on the left side, you're going to do your first brand, go into the left on the totem, get your Death Singer power, go to middle, and then for your next rotation, instead of going back to the left, you're going to then switch to the right side and repeat the exact same process. Kill the wizard, kill the knight, go to the right side, get your Death Singers, go back to middle, dunk it in the middle, then you go back to the left. Wizard, knight, go left, middle, wizard, knight, right, middle, and then you just keep up this like relay process, passing the baton on both sides until the encounter is complete. Now the one thing that people should really take note and keep track of is that you can't have one side just go obnoxiously super fast and the other side lags behind, because your timers will become out of sync and then somebody might die and lose their brand because of this. So what I would recommend, especially if you're doing this on Master, you can get away with this much less on normal, but on Master, if you're going super fast, like for example, if you're just bonk hammering, you killing everything in one shot, if you see your teammates are not quite as fast as you, like let's say you're on the knight and they're on the wizard, try killing your knight and then killing their wizard to help them out go a little faster before you pick up your brand and then go to your side. Because again, you want to have your timers at least a little bit in sync. That way when you're switching between sides, going left to right, right to left, you want to have a little bit of synergy so people don't run out of timers and die. Because one death basically means the encounter is done, unless it's like a death in the middle. So keep that very much in mind, otherwise you're going to screw over your teammates. One last thing I want to note, tip-wise, is whoever your anchor players are, or the highest light on your team, for example, you know, if you have a couple of people that are 1600 already, then you want to have them start on the left side, and then have the lower light start on the right. The reason for this is the first rotation is not too bad on both ends, and then once you get the rotation 2 and up, it starts scaling and scaling further, and the right side, the hive side, typically is much worse than the left side. So the way you do this is the left team will be the highest lights, they'll start on left, and then when they rotate to the right side, this is when things start scaling up. That way, the highest light players will be on the right, ready to try to take out all the ads immediately, you know, the sword knights and all that nonsense. And then you have your lower light players be on the left, taking it a little easier than the right side, and hopefully that helps out if your teammate is like, you know, 1585 or something super underleveled like that. That's really the main issue that I found here, is that you just had people out of sync, and like the light level difference and, you know, whatever class they are might have played a disadvantage. So if you keep all those things in check, you should be fine. Don't expect to get this first try if you've never done this. It's a little bit, what's the word? annoying. Let's go with annoying. You just need to get a couple of rounds in, practice, you know, rotating, timing, and all that, and then you'll get it. You'll be fine. So that's it for this one. It's not too complicated mechanical-wise. You just need to execute, you know, with ad killing, and that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully this helps, visually, at least on screen, if you don't understand my blabbering. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, maybe next week for guide number 2. Alright, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Does help the channel. Stream daily on Twitch, twitch.tv/SneakyBeaver. Link in the description below. I'm leaving now. Goodbye!